project came up, we had another architect that was working on it, and we felt we needed to make a little bit of a change, so called Jeff and a couple of other architects to take a look at the project.
They decided to restart the project, but instead of hiring an architect, they wanted to do a competition.
We didn't find out till later on in the project who our competitors were. That wasn't really our focus. Our focus was really how we could develop the best product meeting our clients' needs.
We were really enthusiastic. We knew we had a shot at it, but we kind of figured it was a long shot. And so we poured our heart and soul into the design and came up with some really interesting solutions.
Ultimately decided that Jeff's ideas were very creative, and really what we ultimately built is most of the original ideas that he brought in.
We took our design and started modifying it. And there were a number of constraints on the site that started to push back on where the design was headed. One of them was the building behind us. The owner of that building was really concerned about losing access to daylight and sun, and so they asked us to pull the building back. They also encouraged us to make a connection between Walnut and the front door of the Rembrandt building, which is the building to the north. That's sort of the evolution of the courtyard concept.
And then by doing that, we started talking about how do you make this below grade office space leasable. And one of the ideas was, what if we put a courtyard in the center of this space to bring light in, make it really fun and active for people to be in. They could go outside and work and come back in, and as we started talking about that, it made more and more sense.
I think from day one, they were thinking outside the box. We needed to do something different. We had this lower level that we need to come up with a creative solution that would make it a real usable, functional space.
It became this exercise of starting to pull people into the site, and how do we do that? And that's where we started talking about lighting. The idea of this interactive staircase where you could see kids finding the staircase and running up and down and chasing the lights, and that kind of was the beginning for this space, is a place where not only the users of the building could come together, but also the public, and find this kind of hidden gem that makes them want to walk down into the space. Conceptually, the idea was to create these two more traditional looking buildings and bridge them with this modern piece.
What are you most proud of?
Honestly, I'm most proud of the team. I think our team did a remarkable job in working with our client to create a project that they're really proud of. It's been, I think, a huge success for Reynolds.
At another level, it's always just this magical thing to stand and look at your sense of accomplishment, but kind of at the top is our relationship with the clients. It was a great team to be a part of, the general contractors, studio, Reynolds, and you start forging those relationships, and it's a 2.5-year process. That's kind of the end result, is that relationship and that you built with your client, and not just the building.
We're very, very happy with the finished product. In fact, we're quite proud of it. We've had many times that the city's used it as an example of what they want to see in downtown Boulder. So when we have the city using our building as kind of the poster child of what they vision and what they want to see, we take a lot of pride in the fact that we help put that together.